Yeah, the game definitely changed quickly, you know. We were waiting for the merge, and then we decided at John Who we weren't going to merge. So we had our whole mindset changed over there, like, oh, we're not going to merge, we'll just keep fighting out like a war. Next thing you know, we're going to a reward challenge, and it's the merge, and we never saw it coming, and we were like, now what, you know? And you get there, and then we had our immunity challenge. As soon as we got back, it wasn't even like a blink of an eye. We didn't even get a chance to talk to these people. We had our immunity challenge. Just, you know, Jeff showed up at our camp, and we were just like, what is going on? So I felt like I didn't even have a transitional period. I felt like I got there, had this challenge, and then next day was tribal council, and there was no like even time for me to get adjusted. So that was really difficult. It was hard for me because I really felt everyone was my friend. I really was like, I can trust these people, you know, we're going to go all the way if we get the chance to. And then you have to start questioning the basis of your friendship, if they've been lying to you the whole time you've been out there. And it was hard for me because, you know, I'm not used to like going after $1 million with these people that you think are your friends, but then you have to realize they're not here to have a good time, and they're not here to make friendships. You're here to go after $1 million. And I think that's the first time it hit me. That's why I was really there. I knew going into it, hey, I'm here to win $1 million. But then I kind of forgot about the $1 million until we merged with Fei Long. Then it all hit me. I was like, I'm not here to have a good time. I'm here to win. And I think it was hard for me to deal with because I had a good time until that point. And then it was just like stress and people walking away and talking, and you didn't know what they're talking about, and you get all freaked out. And that's the first time I felt uneasy, you know, in Survivor. I felt hungry, I felt miserable, I was mad, I was sad, but I was never completely uncomfortable. And when we merged, I felt completely uncomfortable over there. I personally don't think I would want to come into the game of Survivor and worry from day one. I think I already kind of was going crazy not eating. If I was going to not eat and worry the whole time, it would have been over for me. There's no way I could have made it through that. The only way I was able to make it as long as I did was by staying positive and trying to stay cheerful and keep smiling through it all, because those were the 21 worst days of my life, hands down. I've never not ate like that. I've never slept through rain and monsoons and just been drenched for 4 days straight and just wet constantly, and then dry, then wet, and then dry. And you feel like your whole body's breaking down out there. You start hearing things in your head, and you start having these illusions, and you can't talk because your mouth is so dry. And I've never felt that horrible in my life, and the only thing that made me able to get through that was having these people there with me and making the best of what was going on. If I had to sit there and think and worry for 21 days straight in that nonsense, I would have broke down probably day 5. It would have been over for me. So personally, I could not go into that game worrying and staying, you know, upset that whole time. But if you're worrying, you're also strategizing, so maybe it would have been a good idea to get a little worried and not be so comfortable as some of us were over at John Who. You go into the bathroom and you dig a hole. You go and look for your food. The rain, I have never dealt with anything like that. Those first 4 days, I think, were the most miserable days of my life. I've never felt that worn out, and I think I blacked out day 1. I completely just fell down into the bushes and fell over day 1. So, you know, that's a bad sign if you're already that worn down after the first day. But nobody could expect the monsoons like they were, and no one expected the constant rain for 4 days, and we couldn't make a fire, we couldn't find food. The first 4 days we went without anything. It was my birthday out there, had ate, you know, I was with enemies, they took me as a spy. It was miserable. I never could have gone into this realizing how hard it really was to survive. I'm a girly girl, you know, I like to dress up, I like to wear makeup, I like to have nice things. Out there, I had no makeup on, I had hardly any clothes, I didn't brush my hair for 20 days, I didn't go to the bathroom for 21 days. I never thought that I could just live like that and live just so gross. And it didn't even bother me. Like, I came back out of this whole thing. I don't care if I have makeup on now. I don't care what my hair looks like. I don't care if my clothes match, and I don't care if I'm wearing underwear or not. After this experience, you just kind of realize some of those things that were important to you before are so trivial now. And so I think that was a really good lesson for me. Now I'll eat anything, I'll wear anything. I just kind of let it go because I realize it could be a lot worse. The craziest thing is, those were the worst 21 days of my life, and I wouldn't even think twice. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I don't know if it's, I don't know why. I keep thinking to myself, why would you put yourself through that again? But I think I learned so much about myself. I think, I proved my strengths out there. I proved I was an athlete. No one saw that coming. Proved I could make it and just keep smiling through it all. I think, I'm proud of myself for doing that, and I definitely think if I had the chance and the opportunity, I'd do it again, because overall it was such a great experience, even though it was pretty miserable at the same time.